Hello, my dear friends. My dear friends, I am once again back with the concluding stanza of Shelley's poem Stanzas Written in Dejection Near Naples. In the last video, I had covered the third stanza and first four lines of the fourth stanza. In this video, dear friends, I'll cover the last five lines of the fourth stanza and the last stanza carrying nine lines. That would be the fifth stanza of the poem. So you have noticed, you have seen that how poet, the speaker of the poem, is sad, upset and disturbed. Lots of factors and reasons behind his suffering, his sorrow, his frustration, to some extent his dejection. Why? Because I told you that he lost his daughter from his second wife, Mary Shelley, named Clara, and just before that he had lost his first wife, and after that he even he failed to get the custody of his two children from his first wife. It was the time just his father disinherited him. He was disinherited by his own father. His poems were not getting good response. People were not receiving his poem with great zeal and enthusiasm. He failed. He failed in one attempt after so many attempts. It was all because of that. The poet, the speaker of the poem here feels absolutely dejected, absolutely sad. Why? Because he is in self-imposed exile in Italy, a place in Italy that is Naples. So now let's look at the last five lines of the fourth stanza, and after that we'll go through the concluding stanza. That would be the that would be the fifth stanza. So let's look. Which I have borne. So he talks about the sufferings. Borne, this is the just past participle of bear, B-E-A-R, bear, tolerate or endure. So he says he has suffered a lot, and he has tolerated all the sufferings of the world. Means world has given him a lot of sufferings have been hurled at him, and he has borne them all, or he has tolerated them all. And he says, and yet must bear. And he says that though he has suffered a lot, yet he is ready to suffer more. He is ready to bear more. Though he has borne a lot, means tolerated a lot, endured a lot, even then, yet he is ready to suffer more. See the just approach. Till the death like sleeps, a beautiful comparison between death and sleep, simile might steal on me. So he says that he's ready to suffer more and more and more till the time that death comes, just like the sleep comes to a tired child and relieves him of all these sufferings, all the adjustment. In the same manner, it seems to him that the death will come and liberate him, free him from all the worldly sufferings he's been the subject of till now. So he says that I have suffered a lot and tolerated all the sufferings, and I'm going to tolerate all the sufferings till the day and date and moment, the death will come to me just like the sleep comes. Just like the sleep frees one of all the exhaustment and restores one with the refreshment. In the same manner, it seems to him that the death will come and free him from all the worldly cares. And he will rise in the next world with all the freshness, with all the strength and stamina. He hopes. So see, he has suffered so much that now that the suffering does not matter much to him. So hope these two lines clear. And I might feel in the warm air my cheek grow cold. So beautiful. See this contrast. On one hand, warm air all around him. On the other hand, he talks about his cheek growing cold, and here the sea breathe over my dying brain. Monotony means dullness or boring sound. See the waves, the sound the waves are producing for such a long period of time that that sound is no longer kind of a pleasant sound for the speaker of the poem, and now the sound has become boring, means monotonous. So he says, see what he says, and I might feel in the warm air my cheek grow cold. See, not old, this is cold. So now here, the poet, it seems that the speaker of the poem is lying on the sandy beach of the ocean or the sea. That is cold, and all around him it is the afternoon time, sufficient warmth in the atmosphere. But since his cheek is in close contact with the sandy beach of the ocean, that's why he feels his cheek cold. You see, bear in mind, this is the just literal meaning of the line. Actually, here he wishes to die in this pleasant atmosphere, just as in just John Keats's poem Ode to a Nightingale. Keats wants to die hearing that pleasant, beautiful, divine like song of the nightingale. In the same manner here, just P.B. Shelley here wants to die, just feeling and experiencing this beautiful and pleasant and divine like just beauty and scene all around him. So he says that though there is sufficient warmth in the atmosphere, in his surroundings, but he says, or yet not but yet, here he wants to die. Why? Because all the warmth, means all the happiness all around him are of no use. All the joys, all the happiness is of no use. Why? Because he is not happy at all from inside. Why? Because there is no reason for him to be happy. See, all around him, beautiful just surroundings, beautiful just, you see, just beautiful landscape. But since but since the poet has suffered so much, the speaker of the poem has suffered so much in his own life, that now to some extent he has lost the meaning of the understanding of joy and sorrow, and both have become all the same for the speaker of the poem. So, it is probably the perfect time for the poet, for the speaker of the poem to die, just as just as in the poem Ode to a Nightingale, perfect time for the speaker, that is John Keats, to die without feeling the pain of the death. See, my cheek grow cold and hear the sea breathe. See how sea is personified. Why? Because your sea is personified as human breathing over my dying brain monotony. So he says that if I die slowly but surely in this happy atmosphere, what will happen? The more I lose my consciousness, the less the less I'll hear, or the little I hear, that 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 sound produced by the waves of the ocean, that has become very much boring for me, and slowly but surely, very soon my ears will become deaf, just like the ears of John Keats in the poem Ode to a Nightingale. So he says that he just want to die. Maybe it is the just desire of the poet. The poet does not speak straightway that he wants to die, but there is that kind of just a hidden intention or desire or longing of the poet. Why? Because I told you that poet was bombarded with the lots of sufferings and problems. His life was problem, you can say. His life was like ocean of suffering. He only suffered and suffered and suffered a lot. It was his feeling. Though he was born in a rich family, he had no reason to regret, no reason to feel so dejected and so miserable. He feels here, and it's all because of that. Now it seems to him that it is right time for him to die in in this happy just in this happy atmosphere or happy surroundings. See what he says. Now he imagines, see what he says. Some might a weak model auxiliary always gives a sense of doubt, means some might lament, means regret, feel sorry, cry, shed a tear or two for Shelley, that I were cold. So he says it is possible. Shelley does not have a confidence in him that people will lament his death, that people will shed tears on his death. That's why he used the weak model auxiliary verb, that is might, instead of using a strong auxiliary verb like can, must, so on and so forth. So he says that possible that people may feel sorry over his death. People may shed a tear or two over his death. And and that I were cold, and maybe they may call him cold, that he was a kind of a man who failed to relish life. Maybe they may call him a kind of a sadist, call him a kind of a call him a kind of a pessimist. See, Shelley was called a mad Shelley by his just fellow students when he was in Cambridge. So Here Shelley thinks that, or Shelley thinks that it is possible that people people might just shed tears on his own death, or possible that, or just possible that they may call him cold, that he was a kind of a man very much dispassionate about life, very much just indifferent to the colors, to the just to the joy of the life. He just simply thinks, as I, and he said, just as here I am very much what cold. I've I'm just unable to respond, or I'm unable to feel that joy that is all around me, that happiness all around me, that beauty all around me. I have a beauty all around me, but what is the matter with me? What is the problem with me? I'm unable to enjoy it. I'm unable to relish it. So maybe it is possible that after my death, people may call me saddest pessimist and lament that what a nonsense kind of a man I was, or what a useless kind of a man I was, that I couldn't understand the value of the life, and that's why I couldn't make make my life worth living. So he says, just as here I'm unable to enjoy the joy, enjoy the beauty all around, just me in the same manner people may just feel sorry for me and think that I was a kind of unfortunate guy who couldn't understand the value of the life, and it was all because of that I could not enjoy the blessings of the life. See the next slide. As as I, when this sweet day is gone. So he says that very soon this day will be over. And what will happen then? Then maybe I may regret that what a nonsense kind of a person I am, that I fail to enjoy the warmth of the day, beauty of the day, glory of the day, which my lost heart too soon grown also. See why? Why is he unable to enjoy the glory, the beauty of the day? Why? Because it seems to him that he has lost his heart, or his heart has become old. So remember, interestingly, I would like to tell you one thing, that Shelley had spoken to his own prey, Leigh Hunt, just after composing this poem, or just before his death in the year 1822, that he felt as if he were 90 years old. Though Shelley was about 29, but he said to his own friend that he felt as if he were 90, that he was 90 years old. Same is the case. The same is the case here with the speaker of the poem, who says that why am I unable to enjoy the glory and the beauty of the day? Because it seems to me that I have lost my heart. I have a kind of a feel that I have become exceedingly old, extremely old. It is all because of that. He is unable to enjoy the beauty and the worth of the day. See, which my lost heart too soon grown also. See, heart is not lost. Actually, Shelley has lost. Shelley is lost. Actually, heart does not grow old. Shelley feels that he has become old. So again, a very good, this line is a good example of transfer epithet. You can say that, because we do not lose our heart. Actually here, Shelley feels himself absolutely lost. See next, insults with this untimely moon. So he said, and it is a kind of insult to this happy day. See how pleasant the day is, how beautiful the day is. But am I able to enjoy this day? And if I'm not able to enjoy this day, shame on me, shame on myself. He is somehow just reprimanding himself because he's unable to enjoy the beauty and blessing and happiness of the day. And he's holding himself responsible. He's accusing his heart. It means he's accusing himself. Why? Because so sad, so frustrated, so battered and so shattered, Shelley here, or the speaker of the poem, feels. They might lament, for I am one whom men love not. So he says, maybe it is possible people may feel sorry for me, thinking that people of my time did not love me. People of my time did not value me. People of my time could not understand my worth and my value. He thinks, remember that, because again weak model might is used, that again gives a kind of a sense of doubt that maybe it is possible. Shelley is not 100% sure that this will happen after his death, but he hopes, he thinks that maybe it may happen, that people people might feel sorry for me, just as he feels sorry for himself that he is unable to enjoy the beauty of the day, happiness of the day. So he says that they means people, just meant for the people of the coming generation, that they might lament, for I am one whom men love not. So he says that maybe people of the next generation feel sorry for me because I did not get the value. I did not get I did not get the respect from the people of my own age, from my own generation. So see, just fine. See the next. Whom men love not and yet regret. And even then regret. And now see, yet regret. Unlike this day when again alliteration, which when the sun shall on its stainless glory, says stainless, spotless, absolutely clean or clear, without a blemish. So he says, unlike this day. So see, how is the day? Day is absolutely clear. The sky is absolutely clear. You can say the repetition of that sense that we get in the first line of the first stanza of the poem, that the day is absolutely bright. The sky is absolutely clear. Here Shelley, this stainless just glory of the sun gives a kind of gives a kind of a sense that yes, Shelley Shelley's hopes are being betrayed. Here, Shelley does not have a hope that he will leave something behind after his death to be remembered. He thinks that he will die. He will, he will, he will meet he will meet a kind of ordinary death, just like an ordinary or common man dies and forgotten. In the same manner, Shelley will die and be forgotten. He says, just as this day is absolutely clear and is going to leave nothing behind, no mark behind, same is the case with his own life. But the day is bright and happy. His life is absolutely meaningless. And it's all because of that. Shelley gives a kind of a sense that he's going to die just as a common man dies, and he's not going to be remembered after his death. So see, shall on its stainless glory set. This talking about the sun, that just as the sun sets and leaves no mark behind, in the same manner he will die and will not be remembered, will linger. So he says, and yet that regret will linger, that he will feel sorry, and may be possible that that joy, that regret will get momentum at his death, that maybe his death may give a kind of a reason to the people, or give a kind of a feeling to the people to mourn for him, to remember him. But again, again, just I would like to tell you that Shelley does not have a hope. Why? Because he's using weak model. Though enjoyed, like joy in memory yet. So he says that though he enjoyed the day, just as just though just people do enjoy the day, but sometimes it happens people do not remember the days. So he says, like joy in memory yet. See, like joy in memory yet. See the concluding line, how long it is. Why? Because in iambic hexameter, see, like joy in memory yet. So see, though Shelley has not enjoyed the day. Why? Because he's so sad and so upset and so dejected and so frustrated. But one thing is possible, that maybe the experience, maybe his brain has recorded the happy moments, or captured the happy moments of this day. And these happy moments that will somehow be restored or be stored in his own brain. Maybe later on these captured beautiful moments may help him get rid of the sufferings of the future days. So he says that maybe it is possible that the memory, his memory might give a moment of joy to the people of the coming generation. Though he is not sure at all, he hopes that just as William Wordsworth in his poem Tinton Abbey says that his first visit, that was in probably just in 1793, to just to the Wye River. That visit, on that visit, just Wordsworth, just a hungry heart, an immature brain, had captured lots of beautiful moments, and those captured memories or moments later on always came for the rescue, came for the rescue for the poet, whenever the poet or the speaker of the poem felt sad or upset. In the same manner, he hopes that possible today I'm unable to enjoy these moments, these bright moments, but my brain has captured these moments, and maybe it is possible that in future, when I feel again dejected, maybe these captured moments might help me just get rid of that suffering and tension. Or maybe the another explanation of this line is that Shelley has a hope that it is possible that his his memory may bring some joy to the people of the coming generation. So that's it in this video, my dear just friends and my dear learners. Hope this explanation of mine will help you understand this beautiful poem of P.B.Shelley. Provided that you find some complication, do feel absolutely free to let me know. Thank you, my dear friends.